This is your place for Film Chica, talking all around films and making.
Welcome to Tomashan Film Society's podcast series, Filmicast.
Good day, Filmily. I am Jazel Aliyah, your little jazz star.
And I am Lance Isaac Tino, your eclectic enjoyer, your hosts for yet another episode of Filmicast. We are so excited for this episode. Not only do we have a new set of guests, of course, a new set of chika rin.
That's right, Lance. Finally, hindi ka na malulungkot because here in Filmicast, you finally have a place where you can talk about film with the people who share the same interest. Tama ba?
I agree, Jazz. This really is the time and place para ilabas ang pagiging cinefil natin. And...
Lance,
Yeah.
ang lapit na pala ng Oscars, no? Have you seen the list of nominees this time?
Yeah, I've seen them. Of course, I don't memorize them. I'm gonna need some help later. But random thought, has it ever occurred to you na why do the Oscars matter? Bakit kaya sobrang big deal nito?
Actually, may point ka dun, Lance. Kaya naman sobrang exciting na meron tayong mga guests na tutulungan tayong i-discuss kung ano ba yung Oscars. From their first memories to its significance, all the way to the major awards.
Dahil dyan, wag na nating patagalin pa. Let us introduce our guests for today. Certified film enthusiasts, Shunsuke Fernando from Jose Rizal University and David Nigel Ko from University of Santo Tomas, our very own. So, welcome guys.
Hi guys! Kamusta
Hello.
kayo?
Kamusta kayo? Okay naman. Sorry ko ba, pero yeah, okay naman.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, since we're talking about film here, in terms of film-related activities, anong pinagkakabalahan nyo ngayon if meron man?
Sino mauna? Ikaw?
Ikaw muna.
Pinagkakaabalahan ko, nanonood lang ng mga Oscar-nominated films. Parang gusto ko siya tapusin before the Oscar ceremony itself. Yun lang.
Ikaw naman, Kuya Shu.
Actually, same. Like, nanonood lang ng mga movies, ganun. Like, walang parang into production side ng film. More on watcher lang talaga. Kaya.
Lance, I think all avid cinephiles are well aware naman na the 97th Oscars Award are fast approaching. But hindi naman kasi lahat is naiintindihan kung ano nga ba yung Oscars and bakit siya significant sa world ng filmmaking. So, Shuns and Dave, what were your earliest Oscar memories?
Okay. Yung Oscar yung like, siguro yung natandaan ko ngayon, yung supporting actor dun. Yung nanalo yung supporting actor dun sa Everything Everywhere. Yeah, so, parang may dyslexic ako eh. Ayun, like, super impactful niya sa akin. Like, yung emotion yung speaker na yon, like, yeah, very memorable.
Si Kihi Kwan.
Yeah. Like,
Bakit naman siya, memorable?
Like, nakakaiyak siya, like, for 30 years siya nasa acting. Yun, like, parang first time niya na manalo. And, I think yung actor na yon, super galing niya umarte. Ayun.
Tsaka parang rin, di ba? As Asians din, we also feel seen. And Dave naman, yeah.
So, yung earliest Oscars memory ko is yung awards campaign ni Jennifer Lawrence for American Hustle noong 2013. Then, afterwards, parang nag-tune out ako of the Oscars until na nangangampanya na si Leonardo DiCaprio for The Revenant. Tapos, he won his first Oscar that time. Ayan.
After so many years, di ba? Puro nominee lang siya, di ba?
Yes,
Yeah.
and then, I think he had a nomination streak for like 20 years plus. Tapos, nung 2016 lang siya nanalo for The Revenant.
Grabe, parang sobrang hard-earned naman nung mga... Ang nakaka-proud lang, kahit hindi ako yung nanalo. Parang, as a fan ni Leonardo.
Yeah.
Yes, parang is a long time coming.
Yeah. And then we also see the importance of these events from the past to the near present, ganon. And yeah, this event has been well established already in the industry, not only bringing recognition to the world of filmmaking, but also the potential to boost a film's opportunities pag nanalo sila, di ba?
Totoo. Gaya nga nung sabi nila, di ba, ilang beses na nominate, tapos kailan lang nakuha yung first ever award nila. Super gandang, like, feeling nun. So, now that we know what it means to you, could you enlighten us and our Filmily as well on why this event is important to you?
Yeah.
Yung Oscars for me, very important siya to the filmmaking community all over the world kasi parang it gives much needed recognition and parang yung validation that you get from receiving the Oscar, it means a lot. Parang ayun nga, parang nagkumakayod ka tapos to receive that award na binoboto that is getting voted on by people from all over the world. Parang it's got to mean something special to you, lalo na pag nag-invest ka talaga ng lots of time and effort sa craft mo. Ayan. Ikaw?
Yeah, agreed naman. Yung sa akin naman, siguro as a fan, like makita yung parang idol mo na binawatch, na finally, nanalo na siya ng award. Parang ang sarap niya lang sa feeling na like, for example, yung person na yun, like finally, nakakuha na siya ng recognition, na makuha yung award. So, ayun. Yeah.
Alam mo, may dalawang word na tumatak sa akin na sinabi nilang dalawa.
What's that?
Recognition and validation.
Yeah. Ako, ang naisip ko kasi dyan, syempre they all get dressed, prepare for this event, and then their faces are there pag natalo sila, di ba? They have to, di natin alam kung totoo or not, they upload yung nanalo, pero when they do win, di ba, it only not only feels good for them but for us as well. And so, to add lang, no, na hindi talaga Oscars yung name, di ba? Academy Awards. Kasi Academy yung bumoboto all over the world, sabi mo nga.
Yes.
And I also agree that it's important because it boosts independent films. Because of course may monetary award and then recognition. So independent filmmakers are given more opportunity, resources for them to like do more of their craft. And yeah, Oscar is yung mismong award, hindi yung event. So si Oscar to.
Yeah.
And speaking of si Oscar, di ba? Ask ko lang si Shuns, no? Paano kung pag mananalo ka ng Oscar, what award would it be and why?
Siyempre, best actor na.
Kahit ako rin naman, yun naman
yung pinakamataas na, di ba?
pipiliin ko.
Like, mapagyayabang mo yun sa kapitbahay mo. Or, yeah.
Saka, for
Diba?
sure, maglalagay ng tarpaulin yung parents mo sa labas ng gate nyo.
Ayun. Yeah,
Billboard
best actor.
na.
Yeah.
And
Ano
then,
yan? Sorry.
So, ikaw naman, may iba akong tanong sa'yo.
Okay.
So, Dave, syempre, we have a question for you as well. If you were to create your own award title, what would it be?
If I were to create a new category.
Yes, your own title.
Siguro best voice actor. Ganun.
Hello, parang ang ganda nun. Ang ganda nun.
I think we do agree, pero why do you think they haven't been recognized so much? Like, why do you think this needs to change?
Parang it's easier kasi to appreciate yung craft. Yung acting rather, pag it's in your face talaga, pag physical yung acting and hindi lang siya nasa voice mo talaga.
You agree kasi iba naman talaga, di ba, yung acting kapag boses silang, di ba?
Oo.
Parang,
Actually, for me mas mahirap pang mag-act with the voice kesa sa facial expression. Even ako, as an actress sa TFS, nagsastruggle ako sa boses. Ikaw ba?
When you see clips of those actors doing voice acting, parang di mo pansin, di mo kita on screen, pero kita mo parang pinipilipit pa nila yung katawan nila para magawa yung certain voice, di ba? Na parang,
Try mo nga.
Parang kala mo na.
Host lang muna tayo, guys. Host muna. So, that concludes the first part of our episode. Oscar season, the best films of 2024.
So, nung 2023, merong 2 films which started out as a meme. And later on, it became a cultural phenomenon. Do you have any idea kung ano yun, Lance?
Sino ba namang hindi, Jazz, di ba? Imagine a film covered in hot pink about the world-famous Beloved Doll being released on the same day as a serious biographical film about the creator of the atomic bomb.
And for Shuns and Dave, of course, those films are none other than...
Barbie.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Bakit
You
nga
watched that?
naman?
You watched that, right?
Hindi. Kaya nagulat ako alam later.
Oh! I actually watched it pero the same day. I don't think my brain can process yung parang 2 films in one day gets mo. Kasi kailangan...
Tapos iba pa yung genre nung dalawa, no?
Oo.
Like, parang yung isa super intense, tapos yung
Yeah.
parang-
And I gotta say dahil phenomenon talaga to. First time kong parang nagsuot ako para sa movie. Like, minatch ko talaga yung theme. Like, nag-pink ako for Barbie and then...
Totoo ba?
And then for Oppenheimer, medyo
What the-
medyo nag-formal ako na parang medyo medyo pang funeral. Maraming namatay, ganun.
Ako naman guys, wag niyo akong i-bash kung hindi ko sila pinanood. It's just that I'm more into Filipino movies talaga. So,
Baka magkaroon tayo ng sarili nating version ng ganun in the future, di ba?
mag-audition ako.
Oo,
Mag-audition ako, makikita mo ako.
tatandong ka for both films.
Oo.
Oo.
So, dapat mag-ano ka, magko-costume ka.
Tapos yung pangalan ng phenomenon, Jazzland.
Oo.
Oo, di ba?
By the way, maiba naman tayo. Shuns, ikaw ba? Could you share with us any more notable moments that happened in the Oscars?
Siguro yung sinampal ni Will Smith si Chris.
Chris Rock, yeah? Oo.
Like, kapitbahay namin, yung lolo ko na hindi nanonood ng movie, alam niya. Like, super niya sa Oscar history.
Kasi alam nila yung di ba?
Parang
Parang,
may sampalang nangyayari.
Yeah, like, ako nga rin what? Parang ano ba to?
Oo.
Acting ba to? Nung una kong napanood siya.
Di ba sa prank? Totoo siya?
Yeah, totoo siya.
marami rin nalito, di ba? Parang easy na skit, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi, yun, kahit hindi ka interesado sa Oscars, alam mo. Kasi alam naman ng mga tao sino sila. People know Chris Rock, people know Will Smith.
Yeah.
Then, ayun, malalaman ng mga tao yung... Hindi, pero, I guess, older, like, people that, watch a lot na, yun nga, older. Kasi mas medyo 50s na rin, 50 plus na age nila eh. So, yeah, it was a
Monumental moment.
controversial. yeah. It brought...
Pag-usapan na talaga siya.
Yeah, it brought...
Alam ko, tumaas yung viewer. Ay, di ba lala.
Parang, after that, parang alam mo, yung mga tao may in-expect na baka may mangyari uling,
Pero parang ang gandang marketing strategy.
Actually.
bad
Dapat
publicity
may
is still a
nangyayari,
good
dapat-
publicity,
Oo.
di ba? Yeah.
Publicity is publicity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dapat may mangyari rin this year. De joke lang.
Wag naman sana.
Ano lang, magandang up-scripted. Di naman masamang, something good unscripted. How about from Dave?
Yung pinaka-memorable moment for me is yung pinerform ni Ryan Gosling yung I'm Just Ken
Oo.
sa Barbie.
Oo.
And parang ang complex and intricate ng choreography. Tapos parang halos lahat ng celebrities, parang sinalubong talaga ni Ryan Gosling. And nakisabay talaga yung
Nakivibe,
audience.
yeah.
I love the vibe.
Yeah, kaya pag may chance ka na, you could watch Barbie na rin. Oo, when you have time, of course. School is so, busy, right?
Wala akong time pero sige, pag may kasama ka, samahan mo ba ako?
Ayun, no?
Depende.
Ayun.
Depende. Ako naman, I do remember yung na-mix yung, of course, La La Land tsaka Moonlight. Siyempre, as a Filipino, medyo ginawa rin yun ng memes na, Miss Universe Steve Harvey moment. And that actually... it also brought attention din na parang in the sense na, not as big as yung kay Chris Rock. Pero it also made people na interested na, kasi mas sikat yung La La Land, di ba?
Yes.
And then, parang, ba't nanalo yung Moonlight? And also, a good thing that came out of it is more people wanted to watch Moonlight. Ganun. So, yeah.
Alam mo, next time manonood na ako ng Oscars para may ma-share din ako.
You will enjoy it.
Yeah, some of the films here na nasabi maraming nominations, record breakers are like, The English Patient. I don't think you've heard that, right? Have you?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. But you haven't seen it yet?
I haven't
Yeah,
seen it.
Ben-Hur is like a medyo biblical related. And then Titanic, alam natin
Oh
lahat.
my
diba?
God. Finally, mayroon na rin akong nabanggit.
Yeah. As a Leo fan, right?
Yes!
You're a Leo fan, right? So,
Pag hindi mo alam to, ewan ko na lang talaga.
It won a lot of awards. Parang it just missed out on one award. And weirdly, hindi na nominate si Leonardo for this. Hindi siya
Diba?
nanalo for this. Diba?
Sino ba yung nanalo dyan?
Si Kate, nanalo siya ng karamihan major best picture, director, actress. Si Leo lang yung wala.
Hindi.
So,
Sino yung kalaban niya dyan?
ay hindi masyadong
Masyado na siyang matagal.
Okay.
Parang hindi pa ako
I think-
pinapangalan.
Ako rin naman.
I think it
Ah.
was Jack Nicholson. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
movie?
Oh,
As good as it gets.
yeah, legendary.
Okay.
Pero you, like, what can you say about, do you think, Titanic deserved those many, like, I can say 11 awards?
Yes, 11 out of 14.
Yeah. Do you guys think it deserves that much? It aged well, right?
Yeah, like, pwede siya panoorin ngayon eh. Like, parang hindi siya yung parang, like, poor age.
Yeah.
Like, very classic na siya sa film world. Yeah, deserve naman siya, feeling ko.
Saka hindi siya cringe panoorin. Super kikiligin ka, masasaktan ka,
Timeless. Yeah,
iiyak
very
ka.
timeless.
Yeah, parang siya, monumental achievement for cinema. Kasi parang ginawa din talaga nila yung Titanic. Like, yung set design, yung mga
ship
rooms.
mismo na set.
Yes, yung ships, lifeboats, yung rooms, dining room, etc. Parang ginawa talaga nila. And super intricate ng detail na, no attention to detail rather ni James Cameron, the director
Yeah,
for
one-
Titanic.
One thing I like about him, he does that a lot. He does practical sets. And then dala pa rin niya yun hanggang ngayon sa Avatar. He does practical, like, di ba, sa Tubig, yung pangalawang movie. So, like, he really uses these big pools, tapos pinapaswimming niya talaga yung mga actors. So,
He's a very dedicated
yeah,
man.
Titanic made him so focused like that.
Super passionate niya sa craft niya. So, dapat ganun yung halos lahat ng ganun.
Yeah. Ngayon, puro CGI na eh. Like, di ba?
Hindi na rin naman siya like negative. Pero I think
Mas maganda pa
mas
rin.
maganda pa rin if
Yeah.
Realistic.
katulad nung
Yeah.
sa Titanic.
Real.
So, before we start, let's just set some big expectations. Although nabanggit naman na medyo kanina sa Titanic, pero maraming categories sa Oscars, di ba? But for this discussion, magfo-focus lang tayo sa Big Six. Alam niyo ba kung ano yung Big Six?
Then,
Ito, Best Picture, Best Director, at syempre yung 4 acting awards.
Yeah, those are the ones that usually get the most attention and really boosts a film's legacy, of course. Siyempre, mahalaga rin naman lahat editing, screenplay, cinematography. Pero kung tinakil natin lahat yun, gagabihin na tayo dito.
Ay, hindi pwede. Magko-commute pa ako.
Oo nga eh.
Right, so kaya for now, let's keep it muna to the major awards that have historically shaped international cinema.
So, of course, as cinephiles, we gotta discuss Oscar predictions for this year. So, I can give you I give you the nominees, okay, per category. So,
Nag-research.
siyempre, double duty tayo dito. So, Best Picture, we got Anora, we got The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, a Bob Dylan biopic, of course. Conclave, based on a book. Dune Part 2, also based on a book. And Emilia Perez, Netflix film. I'm Still Here, Brazilian film. Nickel Boys, indie film. The Substance, and we got Wicked, of course, who could forget. So,
Yeah.
what's your prediction for this category, guys? Sino gusto mo na ba?
ikaw muna. Kasi super, indecisive.
Me, personally, I loved Wicked, and I'm personally rooting for The Substance, but I really think na Anora takes it. And parang yung Anora kasi it would play well to Academy voters, pero I wouldn't discount Conclave as well since very timely and relevant din siya.
Questions?
For me kasi, like, very distinct yung each film eh. Like, yung Dune, super grand niya. Pati Wicked, like, super visually stunning, ganun. Mahirap siya. Kasi best picture, parang as a whole na siya eh. Like, yung direction, yung parang screenplay, yung editing, cinematography and all. Parang ayun, like, each film kasi may strength. Like, Anora, more on sa story-driven siya and sa character performance. Tapos, ayun, siguro kaya rin ako nahihirapan dahil doon. Like, may strengths sila each. Pero yung gusto ng puso ko,
Wow naman.
Dune.
Yeah,
Yeah, yung,
I do agree. Yeah.
yeah, Dune or The Brutalist. Like, any dun sa dalawa na yun, hindi ako magagalit. Except lang kapag Emilia Perez. Doon na lang magawala akong babatay.
Medyo may issues tayo
Medyo
dito, di ba? Oo.
Meron
Ayun.
sila.
I do, we can see yung taste niya for the epic movies, grand movies, right?
Yeah.
And then,
Ayun,
next
since-
category, right?
Ano ba yung next category?
Best director naman.
Ako
Okay.
yan, charot lang.
Akala sa acting ka.
Uy, nag-direct ako before ng film.
Grabe, double duty ka
Fun
rin.
fact, guys.
Double duty tayo pa rin.
Fun fact, guys.
Yeah.
Nanalo yung film ko ng Best Film, Best
Oh.
Picture, Best Cinematography, Best Lighting, Best Scriptwriting,
Pang
Best
Titanic, pang
Poster.
Titanic yata yung film.
So, ako lang to.
Grabe, congratulations!
Pero matagal na yun.
Oscar na yata.
Matagal na yun.
Okay.
Senior high school.
Sayang.
You're
Pwede mo
so
pa autograph.
Mamaya. Bibigyan kita ng autograph mamaya.
Okay, best director nominees again, Anora, Sean Baker for The Brutalist, Brady Corbet, James Mangold for A Complete Unknown, and Jack Audiard, Emilia Perez, and Corley Farja for The Substance. So, mas konti yung nominees dito kaysa sa
The best,
best
yeah.
picture. Pero I guess this will make your prediction easier. So, who wants to go first?
I think it's you.
Okay. Actually, yan, each din, parang super hirap niya rin piliin kasi ayun nga, like, parang may strength sila each. Siguro, meron ba The Brutalist dyan?
Yep.
The Brutalist na lang siguro. Ayun,
Bakit?
kasi,
Why?
3 hours yung film na yon. And, parang super, unique when it comes to direction. Tapos,
Meron din siyang intermission, di ba?
Yeah.
Like, so kung kasama
one minute intermission siya. Like, pala ko yung phone. Kasi 1 minute intermission siya. Kala ko nag-lag na yung phone ko. Ayun. Tapos, yeah. Like, super unique niya. Parang, yung direction doon, tawag dito, yung 1980s yung vibe ng movie, pero may modern na video perspective siya. Ganun. Like, super, ang ganda niya. Tapos yung film din, parang siyang Brutalist din na team. Ganun. Parang Brutalist, parang gritty na, ayun.
very industrial, ganun.
Yeah, industrial.
Urban.
Parang ganun din yung nasa-sense ko sa film. Very industrial.
How
Ganun.
about Dave?
Siguro, I would personally root for Coralie Farjat for the substance since it's very original and you rarely see movies na ganun ka audacious, ganun ka bold and outrageous in terms of body horror and such. Tapos, it really resonated with a lot of people sa Hollywood. So, that gets my vote. But personally, I really think na si Sean Baker for Anora Gets It. And I think he would be a deserving winner din naman kasi yung Anora is a very difficult film to
Yeah.
direct. Like yung tone niya, it goes from comedy to drama, tapos parang it's really hard to control that switch sa genres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, we move on muna to the next category. We got Best Lead Actor. So, Adrian Brody for Brutalist. And then, Timothée Chalamet, a complete unknown. He's been nominated a lot now. We got Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing. Pretty underrated movie. Not mentioned a lot here. Ray Fiennes for Conclave. And Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice as Donald Trump. So, guys, what do you think? Who would like to go first?
Siguro, I haven't seen 3 movies yet. Wait. I haven't seen all of them except for Conclave. Pero, I wasn't really a fan of, the movie itself. But, siguro, if I cast my vote, it would be probably for Sebastian Stan kasi I like the actor. Pero, I think who would win is si Adrian Brody for The Brutalist. Ayan.
Agreed. Yung gusto ko sana switch si Timothée Chalamet sa dun na performance niya compare dyan sa A Complete Atman.
Marami nagsasabi nun.
Kasi yung performance niya dyan, very nonchalant lang, gano'n. Like, nakaganon lang siya sa being like, gano'n naman si Bob Dylan eh.
Mysterious,
Mysterious,
low-key
na
BGC,
nonchalant.
ganon.
Yeah. Like, feeling ko mas deserving yung dun performance niya. Pero yung mananalo dyan, feeling ko, and deserve niya manalo, Adrian Brody. Adrian ano ulit yun?
Brody, yeah.
Yeah.
Brutalist.
Grabe talaga. Ang dami niyang emotion na sinow dun sa film. Like, unang scene, third scene siguro, ganon. Like, grabe yung emotion niya na sinow dun sa parang bus scene na nag-reunite siya nung parang friend niya. Ganon. Tapos, the rest nung parang actors dyan, parang very nonchalant lang yung parang
Role
nila.
for the role.
Oo. Pero yeah, except dun kay The Apprentice, nung kay Sebastian Stan, medyo,
In-internalize talaga si Donald Trump, grabe.
yeah, oo.
Ayun.
Pero ikaw ba? Kayo ba? Si Trevor?
Ako, siya na lang tanong.
Oo.
Sige.
Mamaya sila. See you later.
Ayun.
Yeah.
So, guys, since may kanya-kanya naman tayong predictions, may ini-aim tayo, mayroon tayong gustong manalo. Kung nandyan lang ako naman nanalo dyan. Charot lang. So, ayun. Pero sa tingin niyo ba, yung mga predictions na meron kayo, align kaya siya sa gusto ng fans?
Yeah, I could say this is like what Dave said na iba yung gusto niya sa tingin niya mananalo, di ba? Pero what do you think? Bakit tingin niyo magkaiba to? Like, iba yung mananalo sa gusto ng tao?
Actually, depende yun sa kung sino ba yung nakapanood nung movie na yun. Depende rin sa marketing, kasi may mga movies katulad ng The Brutalist, parang hindi siya ganun ka, siguro marketly available, ganun. Medyo, niche na film. Ganun. Siguro, depende rin kung, for example, di mo naman siya napanood, but why would you choose yung The Brutalist?
Yes,
Kahit
yes, I
super
agree.
ganda
Like,
ng acting.
magsushow siya ngayon, sa March pa nga siya magsushow dito, tas Ayala pa nga lang eh.
Yeah, ako kasi-
limited.
Yeah, ako kasi napanood ko sa ano eh.
Saan?
Yeah, sa phone. Sa phone.
Sa phone.
Sa streaming.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
kasi-
streamed it sa phone.
Yeah,
That's what
sabihin
you
ko
can
kasi si
say.
Adrian, siguro.
Oh, you gotta... Oh.
Early access.
Early access.
Sana
Early
all.
access.
Gusto ko ng
Yeah.
ganong connection.
Joke lang. Pero yun.
How about,
Yeah.
why do you think it's like that, the voting? Why it's not with the people?
Bakit nag-iiba-iba yung gusto ng mga
Yeah.
tao?
Yung iba kasing performances, parang they resonate in a different manner with the people in the industry.
Mhm.
Like, for example, yung performance ni Demi Moore for The Substance, parang it would resonate more with women in Hollywood kaysa dun sa mga ordinary people like me. So, ayun.
Agreed. Yeah.
Ako gusto ko man magsabi ng ini-aim ko pero hindi naman, wala naman kasi si Leo dyan eh. Si
Ano siya ngayon? Iba, medyo busy siya ngayon eh. He's got his own thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Sayang naman. Ayun, time surely passes by when you're talking about the things na interesado kayo, di ba? Imagine, parang napag-usapan na ata natin lahat.
Well, we still got 3 more categories. So we got, of course, lead actress, best lead actress, best supporting actor, best supporting actress. So let's move on, shall we? We got the best lead actress nominees: Cynthia Erivo, or Wicked, Carlos Sofia Gascon, Emilia Perez, Mikey Madison for Anora, Demi Moore, The Substance, and Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. So,
Shock.
5 lang din. Mas madali kayo makakapag-decide. Mas konti
Alam mo, I beg to disagree. Minsan kasi kapag mas konti yung pagpipilian mo, mas mahirap mamili. Lalo na kung pare-pareha silang magagaling.
Oh nga eh, we got different genres here. Who would want to go
Yeah.
first predicting?
Siguro I'd go for Anora. Paano yun? Madison?
Mikey Madison. Ano?
Yeah, Mikey Madison. Super explosive niya dun sa parang one scene na yun na parang like, ang hirap niya panoorin sa acting niya. Kasi super feel mo yung frustration niya, yung, super, ganun siya. sa
Alam
parang
mo,
scene.
pag napanood mo akong umacting, mafe-feel
Wow!
pero gusto ko rin manalo si, Demi Moore
Yeah.
sa The Substance. Kasi, I think, she did a good dun sa parang role niya. Parang ang hirap rin ng role niya eh. Like, parang costume pa siya nun, di ba? Pwede ba? Spoiler ba yun? Hindi actually.
Hindi naman.
Okay lang naman siya.
Ayun, parang, yeah. Actually,
So-
di ako magagalit if nanalo sila ng vote.
Pero you're
Pero kung
leaning...
hindi sila manalo parehas, magagalit ka.
Siyempre,
Pero you're leaning more towards
kay Madison.
Mikey Madison.
Yeah,
Nora.
Mikey Madison.
How about you, Dave?
Most of them are great in their own ways. Pero, nag-resonate ako with Mikey Madison's performance in Anora kasi parang andun na yung American dream niya.
Yeah.
Parang she has a good grasp na dun sa dream and makakaangat na siya dun sa sa laylayan, parang gano'n. And then, wala spoiler, pero
Di naman.
masasmash yun sa kanya.
Not really. It's...
Parang, she has that dream na, pero biglang binawin sa kanya.
Something happens.
Yeah, something happens. Tapos parang, yung pag-explore niya dun sa joy, sa relief, then dun sa overall devastation niya, parang, it was really well done and subtle lang yung gradual and subtle yung transformation niya from that. Pero I would also say na magaling si Demi Moore for The Substance, especially since parang yung career niya talaga parang it goes well with the narrative.
It's very parallel to The Substance. Yeah.
Nagpa-parallel talaga dun sa sa backstory ng character niya in The Substance. But I would vote for Mikey Madison.
Medyo nakarami na yung Anora sa kanila.
Alam mo, parang ngayon ko lang sila narinig na parehas yung... Parang kanina,
kasi-
kanina
Oo.
super iba ng answers nyo, tapos ngayon, parang same kayo ng answer.
Yeah, kaya panoorin nyo na yun, guys.
Still showing.
If there's one thing we can agree on, magaling si Mikey Madison
Yeah.
sa Anora.
And then let's move on again. Supporting the actress. You got... Supporting actor muna. So,
Okay.
Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain. Yura Borisov for Anora. We got Edward Norton, A Complete Unknown. Guy Pearce for The Brutalist. And Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice. Another The Apprentice guy nominee. I don't know. Guys, what do you think?
Actually, super difficult siya sa akin kasi magaling sila lahat. Like, lalo na yung dun sa The Apprentice, yung kay, ano pangalan mo?
Jeremy Strong.
Jeremy
Yeah,
Strong.
grabe.
Very strong ang performance.
Like, super captivating nung performance. Kahit ako na-i-influensyahan sa kanya eh. Like attack, yung ganun niya, di ba? Like, ayun. Tapos yung kay Guy Pearce naman sa The Brutalist, grabe rin. Like, ang explosive niya rin ng yung emotions niya doon and all. Tapos, ayoko lang pala yung kay Edward Norton. Super mid. Joke lang.
You heard it here.
Ayun, parang siya lang yung, ano doon, anomaly. Joke lang. Sino pa yung next? Ayun,
Si Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain. Have you seen that?
Ay,
Or-
no. Tapos yung kay
Yura Borisov.
Ayun, yun. Si Igor yun, di ba? Sa film.
Yeah.
Yes,
Medyo
yes.
contrast siya na subtle siya compared dun sa iba, di ba?
Yeah.
Isa subtle.
Yeah. Actually, gusto ko rin yung performance niya. Parang ang weird. Parang unsettling siya at first. Yung parang, weirdo ba to? Like, live. Pero he plays it well.
So,
Diba? Like,
so what? What do you think?
siguro shocks.
5,
Take your
4.
time.
Okay. The Apprentice.
Saan siya pa?
The Apprentice na lang by yung
Jeremy Strong, yeah.
Kasi ako, like, what? Papaano rin ako.
Parang naging apprentice ka niya
Oo,
doon.
parang
oo.
baka maging ano na ako, Donald Trump na ako.
Sana naman hindi, no? One is enough.
Yeah.
Ay, hindi, dalawa. May junior nga pala, no? Anyway. How about Dave?
Actually, I've only seen Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain and I haven't watched him yet in Succession. Pero nagandahan ako sa performance ni Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain. Parang nagigets ko siya dun sa mga outbursts niya. Pero I haven't seen The Apprentice. Pero yung raves na na-receive ni Jeremy Strong for his performance, parang it makes me want to vote for Jeremy Strong. But I really think na si Kieran Culkin yung mananalo sa Oscars.
Yeah.
Ayun.
Sobrang strong ng influence niya, nahulog yung...
Oo. Parang ito ang spirito niya eh.
Naririnig niya kayo. Yeah, I mean... Favorite is si Kieran Culkin now eh, but we don't know.
Yes.
Anyway, it's still unpredictable. And then the last category we have right now, of course, Best Supporting Actresses. Zoe Saldana, Emilia Perez, Ariana Grande, Wicked, Monica Barbaro, A Complete Unknown, Isabella Rossellini, Conclave, and Felicity Jones for The Brutalist. So we wanna go first for our last category.
Si Isabella Rossellini, I love her in Blue Velvet, which is an old film by her. Tapos, si David Lynch yung director nun. Pero, she wasn't nominated for that. And actually, first nomination niya lang sa Oscars is yung nomination niya for Conclave. And parang masyado siyang minimal role for me. Like, she doesn't get much to do. So, I wouldn't vote for her. Pero, si Ariana Grande naman, parang nagustuhan ko yung performance niya as a stan of her since Sweetener. Tapos, parang I didn't see Ariana the pop star as Glinda. I didn't see Ariana the pop star as Glinda. Tapos yung comedic timing niya, yung physicality sa performance niya during Popular, Defying Gravity.
Live singing.
Live singing,
Yeah.
yes. Even more better. Tapos yung operatic singing niya sa No One Mourns the Wicked. Parang super respectable talaga and she really achieves a lot of things dun sa performance niya. Tapos si Zoe Saldana, I would say she's the saving grace ng Emilia
Yeah,
Perez.
agree.
But she's the only saving grace ng Emilia Perez. And while she shines naman sa Emilia Perez, I would still vote for Ariana Grande kasi
She can,
fan ako.
Zoe
Fan
cannot
ako ni
carry the
Ariana.
movie, right?
Alam mo, kahit hindi
Yeah.
ko pa siya napapanood, parang si Ariana Grande rin.
Parang si Ariana Grande. Tama.
Kahit
si
sa
Ariana
trailer pa
Grande
lang
ang
kasi,
best
di ba?
for me.
Parang magnetic na eh, no?
Yes, oo. Parang, pag nandun na siya sa screen, you can't take your eyes off the screen.
Yeah.
Kasi super enthralling talaga ng performance niya. Pero, ayun nga, parang si Zoe Saldana yung mananalo sa Oscars.
Pero you'd want Ariana sana.
I really want Ariana to win.
Actually,
Very deserving.
I wanted to watch, yung The Weeknd.
Weeknd.
Kaso nga, sobrang hectic ng schedule. So, hindi na siya napanood.
Medyo medyo re-release daw nila uli na.
Totoo ba?
Yeah, yung mga Oscar nominee.
Yes, sa Ayala.
Oo.
Yun, no?
Okay, sige.
Nakakadalawa na yung Ayala.
Sponsor yan.
How about you, Shulz? What do you think happens?
Siguro magkaka-agree kami both
Ay!
sa kay Ariana Grande. Di dahil sa fan niya.
From a non-fan perspective naman.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kasi
sige.
di ko
I
siya
love to hear that.
Di ko siya ina-expect na ganun siya mag-act. Like, usually, di ba yung mga parang ang pop star na parang nag-act, parang hindi sila ganun ka-okay.
Pero, alam mo ba like nag-act siya like as a kid Nickelodeon before?
Nag-act
No.
siya
Yeah,
before.
that was her
Yes,
background.
actor siya sa
Yeah, Victorious.
Victorious,
okay,
yes.
sorry.
Yeah.
Ayun, di ko kasi alam na parang ano siya, actress.
Yeah, but we see like, di ba guys, kahit di kayo aware sa background nila, you see how good actors can be. So, yeah.
Pero gets ko kung bakit hindi niya alam na nag-act na si Ariana before. Kasi syempre, mas
Kilala
nakilala
siya
si
sa
Ariana
Sa singing.
Sa, oo, sa
Yes.
singing.
Kasi what
Ayun.
more would you like to
Parang-
talk about it? Yeah.
Di ko siya in-expect na gano'n siya kagaling. Like, super captivating din. No? Ulit-ulit ba captivating?
Ganun ka captivating. Yeah.
Si Ariana
Yun,
Grande.
yung singing niya, yung performance, all. Like, yeah.
Pero you think who would win?
Siya.
Ah,
Siya talaga.
Siya talaga.
Oh.
Ako rin actually, as someone who's seen it, I don't know, maybe I have a bit of hope, yeah.
Okay, so pero with all this talk about the international prestige, I'm just curious. What can you recall naman about our previous entries submitted for the Oscars? Yung films natin here sa Philippines na sinubmit sa
Or parang mga
Oscars.
Oscar worthy, like what do you guys think about those local films we got?
Parang kasi ng comment. Siguro let's start with Dave.
Yeah.
Ang recent submission to the Oscars, I think, is yung documentary on Leni Robredo's campaign for the
Really?
presidency.
Yeah.
Yes, but unfortunately, I don't think it got shortlisted.
Mhm.
So, ayun, parang I haven't watched it yet, pero the reviews I heard, they said na na-capture niya daw yung essence ng presidency campaign ni Leni Robredo, and it was really hopeful and optimistic daw.
How about you, Sean?
Actually, di ko sure if if parang, tawag doon, like, submitted sa Oscar. Yung film ni Love Diaz na Something N, yung name. Basta,
Mga mahaba niyang film, di ba?
yeah, yung,
Ang babaeng kumaya. Yun ba yun?
N?
basta babae yung yung,
Ah.
Yun baka yun, yeah.
yeah,
Baka yun nga eh.
siya. Ayun. Kasi, yun, like, maganda siya.
Pero like from what you've seen, like, what do you think are local films that have yung deserving nung manominate?
From past to present.
Siguro yung Maynila in
Sa Pakunang
Pakunang Liwanag. Yun talaga, pinaka-super, ang ganda ng film na yun. Best, para sa akin, best of all.
Even international cinephiles like that, yeah. That's
Yeah,
how famous
yeah.
it is.
Mhm. Actually, parang marami na nga siyang recognize na siya ngayon eh. Like from famous actor, mga ganon. Like parang sinasabi nila sa Letterboxd. Ayun. Feel ko, yeah. Yun.
How about you, Dave?
Siguro I would say Kisap Mata from 1981. It's a film by Mike De Leon. It's about father na ayaw i-let go yung daughter niyang kakasal lang. And I think it's deserving of recognition for Best Actor, Best Director, Best Picture. Kasi yung handling ni Mike De Leon sa themes like, kasi siya, parang reflection siya ng martial law at that time. And parang, it was really wonderful. Tapos, na-capture din yung parang terror and utter hopelessness dun sa household. Then, I would say yung recent film na deserving of Oscar recognition is Green Bones. Kasi, ayun nga, it's written by the national artist for film, si Ricky Lee. Siya yung nagsulat ng screenplay. And yung direction as well, it was really smooth and polished and clean. Tapos yung acting performances din, especially by Ruru Madrid, super stellar. Ayan.
Diba? Yung Kisap Mata pala, by the way, parang nakita ko siya, super dark ng movie na yun. Like for me, super dark niya, hindi ko siya kinaya.
Yeah. Ang hirap panoorin.
Yeah,
Like,
oo. Parang
tough
nakaka-suffocate.
Very heavy.
Super suffocating niya, kaya hindi ko siya tinapos kasi parang, hindi ko siya...
Maybe in the future, matapos mo na, di ba? After a long time, di ba?
yeah.
Siguro.
Pero ikaw, I'd like to ask you then, like, from the recent MMFF, like, what would you like? What did you like?
Siguro yung yung parang pinakagusto ko lang na movie talaga overall. Yung Seven Sundays. Super about family kasi siya eh. And I'm so...
parang yung mainstream movie na famous, Seven Sundays you like?
Kasi siya eh, super parang as someone na parang very family-oriented. Nakuha niya yung puso ko. And super nasaktan ako sa role ni Ding Dong kasi di ba, kahit nakita natin na kahit siya yung pinaka-successful, pero siya yung pinaka-malungkot. So,
Yeah.
ayun, super sakit niya for me.
Yeah, and since we're talking about, our local in the film industry, trying to achieve global recognition, what do you think are yung challenges? Like, bakit nahirapan tayo? What could you think about the challenges natin? Like international barriers.
Bakit tayo nahihirapan
Yeah.
ma-shortlist sa Oscar? Siguro let's start with
Siguro
shows.
yung in the production side, mas ini-invest nung parang mga Filipino producer dun sa mga tingin nilang sisikat compared dun sa
Ganda.
mas magandang writing. So parang if in-invest siguro nung mga producers na yun sa magandang writing, sa direction, gano'n, parang may improve pa siya, feeling ko. So, ayun. Yun yung problem siguro. Kaya dyan.
Adding to that, real reason din yung, ayun nga, yung parang, pinipili ng mga producers na i-produce yung mga films na tatangkilikin talaga. Pero I also think na parang funding din yung reason for why our films don't get shortlisted at the very least. Like for example, yung Oscar campaigns kasi it can typically cost hundreds of millions of
Yeah.
Philippine pesos. Tapos parang hindi pa sure na manonominate ka doon. You really have to appeal and resonate with Academy voters then. So I would say na parang kahit government support for the arts and for the film industry rather. Tapos yung parang yung quality din ng film dapat nagkakatugma para may chance din na ma-shortlist at the very least sa Oscars.
Yeah.
Malay,
Actually,
sige, go.
sayang actually, like, ang dami nating Filipino artists na super deserving ng talaga. Katulad ni Piolo Pascual.
Totoo naman, yeah.
Ours
diba,
are very
it's
own
no joke.
Papa P.
No joke, like super galing niya umarte
Yes.
talaga. Kahit yun. Yeah.
Ayun, parang I agree naman, pero malay mo naman yung mga people next in line sa film industry. Makakuha na talaga ma-shortlist na talaga sa Oscars,
Yeah.
diba? Hopefully.
Kapag ako yumaman.
Sana yung mga So, ayun, lastly naman, of course, as we tackle the Philippine film industry, what do you think can be done to further push our filmmaking into international award circuits?
So parang, how could we...
Paano pa natin sila, para magkaroon sila ng eagerness pa?
Parang bawasan siguro yung pero parang we need to lessen yung product advertising, yung mga ad placement, gano'n, para mas mataas din yung chances na mag-resonate with audiences worldwide yung films natin. And I would say na be true to who we are, like parang i-keep natin yung Filipino essence dun sa mga films natin para maipakita talaga natin na Pilipino yung gumawa. Tapos Pilipino talaga yung maka-Pilipino and Pilipinas yung kwentong kinikwenta natin. Ayun.
I agree sa sinabi niya kasi sobrang halaga na mapakita yung Filipino identity sa isang craft, especially sa mga films. How about you, Shons?
Actually, ayun, kailangan lang talaga maging original na lang ulit. Kasi parang ngayon, yung ginagawa parang story is parang mainstream lang to attract yung audience na manood. Yung bis na katulad ng before, katulad ng, ayun, Isap Mata, super dark niya, parang di mo ina-expect na manonood yung mga tao, gano'n. Ayun, gusto ko lang, mag-bring back ulit yung mga ganong story. Kasi, Isap Mata, super niya rin talaga. Like, monumental.
Yes.
Monumental.
Na Filipino.
Kwentong Barbero.
Mm.
Hindi yung
Kasi-
kwentong Barbero.
Yeah, kasi di ba sayo mo, ikaw susuffocate ka
Yes,
kapag
totoo
pinapanood
yun.
mo yun, di ba? What if yung ganun din yung ibang countries? Yeah.
Barber States sa kwentong Barbero.
Oo, alam mo, yun naman natapos ko pero sobrang hirap rin niya tapusin for me. Kailangan may kasama kong manood siya. Pero sa ko na lang siya napanood, internet nakita ko na lang.
It's on Netflix right now, I do believe.
Sa Netflix na siya ngayon.
Yes.
Yeah, I also
Yeah.
like, I guess I could agree. I agree din. Tas parang okay na rin ngayon na parang dumadami sa mga streaming services yung local films. Kahit yung mga luma, kahit yung mga Oro Plata Mata na sa Netflix, mga ganun, di ba? So that's a good step for us.
Yes, totoo yun. So, now before we end our episode, laro muna tayo.
Oo nga eh.
Laro muna tayo.
The game is called Guess
Yes,
That
review.
Review. So the mechanics of the game, very easy lang naman. Both of you are gonna guess a film based on one-liner letterboxd reviews. You guys got 10 seconds each to guess. So, Kaya nyo ba guys? Game na ba kayo?
Game na game.
May price po ba?
Mamaya na natin pag-usapan.
Sige,
We
sige.
have a lot of
Okay.
expectations from you. Okay, so first ako muna.
Yep.
Okay, so first review for Shuns. A terrifying tale of dating a mama's boy. Naku, parang terrifying nga
Eh,
mag-date
Parang
a
ang
mama's
hirap
boy.
yan. Ano ka ba yan? Or something?
Yes, you got it right.
Yeah.
Alora.
So, ano sabi mo dun sa ano? Hindi ka mag-date mo? Ano?
Hindi ako magda-date ng mama's boy.
Ako, I would.
Okay, let's move to the next review. So, for Dave, next time I watch, I need someone to dump buckets of sand into a fan aimed at my face for the true experience.
Sandman. Dune.
Yeah, Dune Part 2, correct. Parang mas intense pa sa IMAX yung sinasabi niya dito experience eh.
It's
No?
giving 4D.
4D. Next movie?
Okay, so for third review again, it's for Shuns. Mama, a girl inside you.
Grabe.
What? Ang weird naman. A girl's inside you.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait lang. Ano yun?
Kanina pa ito nababanggit eh,
5,
no?
4, 3.
The substance ba yun? Kasi parang ano siya eh. May parang someone sa loob niya.
Oo.
Tama.
Tama, the substance. Okay.
Yeah.
And then fourth film. Yeah, we got Dave again. This should be pretty easy. So, Filipino karaoke bars are not ready.
Definitely Wicked.
Weekend. Di ako kakanta guys. Pero tama, Weekend. That was a very... kahit naman sa sine, may mga kumakanta na eh, no?
Totoo ba?
Yup.
Like me.
Yup.
Kahit sa classroom namin.
They released a second version na parang sing-along version na may lyrics sa screen.
Ay,
Ay,
wow.
hala, ang cute naman. Galing naman makaisip.
Then our next
Anyways,
Yeah.
fourth na tayo for Shuns. Shout out to Concrete. Gonna be one of my favorite building materials.
Concrete.
The Brutalist na yan, syempre.
Oo.
Puro semento ba naman?
Oo. Wala nang iba, di ba?
Oo.
And then we got our last film here for Dave, of course. A movie about how not having enough swag can destroy your life. What could that be? It's pretty difficult.
Hindi ako makarelate because I have swag in real life.
Ah.
I would say it's pretty well guessed lang, pero I would say it's A Different Man.
Yeah, it's actually
Really?
correct.
Really?
But we're actually, it feels pretty underrated, right? Not,
Yeah,
it's
I
not,
agree.
it's in the may different awards, guys. It's there, but in the Oscars, it's not. But it's a typical A24 film that very
Actually, parang siyang The
deserving.
Substance eh. Like,
It's like a
diba?
male version-ish.
Oo, male version ng
Parang ganun,
Substance
yeah.
na walang reads yung lalaki.
Oo.
Na wala siya narating.
Oo.
Compare dun kay, yeah.
And then we got our last.
So, lastly, for Shuns again, we have, wait lang. In the Coliseum, we all fam.
Coliseum.
Parang narinig ko sa TikTok ko
Oo.
eh.
The Coliseum.
Okay, siguro parang ano yan. Isa lang may Coliseum na movie ngayon. Siguro Gladiators now.
Yes,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
got it right.
Gladiator 2.
Yeah, Gladiator.
Ay, okay.
Pero sa wala rin, ang award, ang nanonominate lang siya now is more on the,
Technicals.
productions and
Costume.
technicals. Like A
Oo.
Different Man din. So,
Pero that's still a big deal, ha?
yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have
Okay,
enough
no,
time to
technicals.
discuss it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so guys, wow, walang nagkamali. Certified cinephile talaga sila, no? Oo.
A film enthusiast nga, gaya ng sabi mo kanina.
Yeah, but,
Just chronically online.
yeah.
Totoo.
But unfortunately, we have to conclude our second episode of our podcast series, Filmicast. Thank you so much to our special guests, Dave and Shuns, for not only helping us understand the Oscars complexities, also providing us new insights about filmmaking.
Alright, so once again, thank you so much, Dave and Shuns. We hope you were able to enjoy our chikahan sessions just as much as we did. Di ba?
Yep. Did you enjoy, guys?
Yes, very
Yeah,
much.
so much.
I
Kaso
love
gusto ko
it.
sana, di joke lang.
We wish we had more time to discuss more categories, right?
Totoo. Kaso, we have limited time.
Yeah, and for our Filmily, if you also had fun, during today's episode of Chikahan, make sure to follow us on all our social media platforms to stay updated on our upcoming episodes because we surely have more in store for you.
You can find us on Facebook, The Mashan Film Society, as well as on Instagram and TikTok at USTTFS. We surely had so much fun with this week's episode. Once again, I am Jazel Alia, your little jazz star.
I am Lance Isaac-Tino, your eclectic enjoyer, your host for this week's episode, Oscars, the best films of 2024.
This is your place for Film Chica, talking all around films and making. This is the Tomashan Film Society's podcast series,
Filmicast. Until next time, Film Me.
Bye-bye!